Hi, hello, is this recording? It is, yay! My name is Insane Raven, and today I don't have a Tales of the Hunt video for you today. I know it has been a bit all over the place, and I want to talk about that. But first off, I want to just say happy birthday, America, I think. I'm 90% sure that's what July 4th is. I'm probably historically wrong in some way, but maybe I'm not, so who knows? But I want to talk about it's more of a life update video because I don't really do vlogs anymore. But I have been slowly losing all sense of time. And as much as I do love doing the channel, that has been part of the reason why the uploads haven't been coming as frequently as they normally do and as they should do and as I would like to do. So 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to do an upload, and then I got absolutely buried under a mountain of schoolwork, essentially. There were finals to do, papers to turn in, and I just didn't have the time to babysit my computer, because I was using my computer, while videos processed and all this other stuff. I just didn't have the time to do it. I also didn't have the time to record a 20-25 minute podcast because I had to study and I had to do schoolwork and stuff. So college is absolutely kicking my ass right now, and it is still kicking my ass today. It's July 4th and I'm not leaving the house at all just to do schoolwork, because the other big life change that has happened has been I picked up a new job. I am currently doing a completely different job that is nothing like what I was doing before, but that has required me to completely change my schedule around. And like coming up this week, because I'm now in this week, I genuinely don't know if I'm going to be able to do any trophy hunting at all, let alone sit and talk about and kind of go in depth about trophies that I just can't do. Luckily, this isn't a problem of I'm running out of content. I have more than enough things to talk about, more than enough stuff. But right now, I just don't have the time to do that, which is really unfortunate, because this is also going to be going throughout the rest of the summer, which is, again, really unfortunate, because I love doing this. I love talking about games, and I love talking to you guys about games. And unfortunately, I just don't have the time right now to do that. Because the other thing I really want to do is I want to start talking to developers. I want to start kind of going more in depth about the people who created the games themselves, and kind of do a twofold thing. Yes, let's talk about the trophies, but let's talk about the game. Let's talk about, and the people who made them. I also want to talk about games that I don't feel are getting talked about at all. So that's how I'm jumping right back into the PS3 a lot. And I'm probably going to be staying away from newer games just in general, just because of as much as I love newer games, a lot of the bugs and a lot of the weird, not quite right on release things that are going on, paired with my extremely tight and almost unrelenting schedule, I don't have time to pour 2 weeks into a game for one trophy to be glitched and then not have anything to talk about, essentially. So that's another reason why I'm kind of going back in time and going back to the PS3, where there are guides up and there are road signs that if you're gonna miss this, here's what you got to do to not miss it. Even though I try not to use those too much, it's complicated. But like I said, my time nowadays is very complicated, which isn't good. And I'm making this kind of quick little video to say three main things. One, I'm sorry that my time has not worked out for me to get stuff on this channel. I love this channel, and I'm not gonna do this channel. I have plans for 2023, which I was gonna do this year, but then, like, again, college has messed me up. This new job has messed me up. Specifically college, more than the new job, because the new job is, like, brand new. But college has completely derailed any of my ability to keep time accurately and to make promises. So, because of that, I've decided to push back what was going to be a new show that combines my passions really well. Because as much as I'm passionate about trophy hunting and games, there's also one other passion that I really have that I wanted to talk about and I wanted to kind of do here, but I wasn't quite sure how to figure it out. And I'm still working out the kinks with it before I fully display it. But again, it's one of the things where now, thanks to college, I don't have the time to devote to just figuring that new show out right now. But sometime in 2023, it'll be out. And if there's any history with this channel, it'll probably start out in March, because that's when I tend to release new shows, is in March. So there's that. But and two, I'm gonna just take off for the rest of the summer, I think. As much as I don't want to, I feel like I'm not going to really be able to come back consistently and promise you content on a regular basis until at the earliest, like, August, September-ish. Regardless of how all that works out, I will be back come fall, period. Like, back 100% doing what I was doing before and talking about games again and loving games. And I will not be missing a Phobia month ever again. So, as long as there is still an Insane Raven YouTube channel, there will be a Phobia month in some way, shape, or form. I have already platinumed all the games for this Phobia month coming up. I'm just trying to put aside time to do recordings, read up on developer interviews and that kind of stuff, so I have a bit more to talk about. But this Phobia month is locked down. It's the hard part of it, essentially, is done. The getting the platinum trophy and letting myself talk about the game is done. Now I'm just gonna go through and do the research on the developers, what like goals were, what were things that were really important, and all that kind of stuff. And the historical part of it is now what needs to get done. So that's that. I've also already locked down what next year's Phobia is gonna be, and I think that one's gonna be really weird and really fun. So I am looking forward to that one. There's also something that's gonna be happening next year that I want to do every year on the channel, depending on how long it's able to keep going. So, like, why am I telling you all of this? I'm telling you all of this because Insane Raven is not going away anytime soon. I'm not going away anytime soon. I only have hopes and dreams of building this up, of making it bigger and better. And, I've been doing this now for 7 years. This year has been my 7th and a half year. I wish I had the ideas now and like the framework of what I actually want to do with the channel that I have now 7 years ago. Like, if I would have just let myself be like, hey, just be a podcast, talk about the things you love and talk about trophy hunting, it'll be fine. I would have 100% done that. Like, leave the trophy guides to someone else, leave the let's plays of someone else. I was basically trying to like get more bang for my buck out of content, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm much happier doing like just talking about trophy gaming and trophy hunting and doing that kind of stuff. So that's more of that in the future, is what I'm saying. And 3, thank you. You know, I've been kind of on and off the past 2 months, and yet more people have come. So I'm thankful for that, you know. I have nothing but love for this channel. And if you want to continue to support, I dropped my phone. If you want to continue to support, and if you want something a bit more consistent, because it is easier to do and it's just the recording bit, I have started taking this show onto Spotify and Stitcher and all the podcast services, for the most part, because I don't have to do any video component. I don't have to babysit my computer and process all everything, even if it's just a JPEG of my logo. You know, that with my old and dying laptop, what should take not even 10 minutes, because it's just really audio, takes hours. And that's part of the reason why, that's a large part of the reason why I'm not able to do videos, even though, again, they're mostly just audio on the channel. But over on Spotify, over on Stitcher, I'm more or less testing out what I want the podcast to be for a time. You know, more stories, more of a podcast format. Over there, I've only missed 1 week over there. So, and that was a week that I was away and out of the country. So there was stuff going on there. But yeah, over on Spotify and on Stitcher, I'm talking about, you know, all the games I've done from the beginning, starting from number 1 all the way up, not missing anything. I'm also talking about smaller indie games that I'm doing with 100% just an extra, where I get to talk about, you know, smaller games like Never Alone. I get to talk about. And did you know there was a whole like world initiative, culture gaming initiative, that Never Alone was supposed to kick off, and unfortunately that game just never got the success it would have needed to continue? That's amazing. And that's some of the stuff that, you know, through my research of finding out developer stories of those games, that I'm getting to talk about over there. Because there is no platinum trophy, which is really cool. I throw up polls and I throw up questions over there that I have people answer. I know one of the things that I'm working on eventually getting done is a tier list and ranking episode of every single assassin from the Assassin's Creed series, which is going to be really fun. I'm missing, like, I want to say 4. I'm missing a couple of the games, as you guys would know through this channel's history. But then there's Assassin's Creed Chronicles, which has 3 different assassins, which I want to talk about over there. But I have to platinum those games first. So over on Spotify, over on Stitcher, over on almost anywhere where you can get your podcasts, I'm doing a bit more over there, because it's easy just to talk in front of a mic and hit upload. I really need to find another, like, some musical stings for that, by the way. But yeah, like, I also want to be doing other podcasts as well. Like, all I want to do, right, is talk about gaming and have a good time with gaming, but my time is quickly being choked out of it. So that's why I'm saying Spotify, Stitcher, much more consistent over there than I am over here, because of the whole video aspect. But 2023, there's going to be new videos coming to the channel, a new show coming to the channel. Over on Spotify, I'm doing new stuff over there. Every single week on Saturday, something's coming out. We're doing episode 25 this Saturday, which is going to be really fun, and I'm really excited about. I have 152 platinums currently as I sit and talk to you guys, so I'm going to be able to do weekly uploads over there for a while, so that's really exciting, because we are going through every single one of those, not counting all the extra stuff, all the extra little videos, and all the extra episodes I'm doing here and there. New video series on 2023. I'm sorry for getting my time choked out. And I think that's everything. Those were like the 3 big things that I wanted to talk about. So thank you guys for understanding. I'm sorry this went on for a little bit longer. I don't like talking about myself as much, even though I used to have a whole vlog channel. That was the other thing. Why did I have a whole weekly vlog thing? No one gave a shit. I barely gave a shit. Like, what was I thinking? But anyway, that's why I'm saying, like, if I could start here, I'd be so much happier with my content and with my channel. But I made you guys a promise early doors that even if the video was literally unwatchable, I would never take anything down so you guys could see my growth. I've never lied to you. And I'm going to keep those promises. Those are the only 2 promises I really want to keep. Just in regards to my past. And going forward, I'm not going to delete anything still because I made that promise. But just know that more is on the way. And I have rambled now for an additional minute, which I am sorry because your time is valuable. And you should, like, value your time. So, with that, thank you for listening to a crazy old bird. And, you know, I'm going to go platinum hunt some games for animals for charity. Because that's the other thing I really want to do. I want to do more charity things with gaming because gamers are awesome and weird and I love it so much. But that's a whole other idea I have kicking off in my head. Please don't mind me. But like I said, the future, there's only going to be more and I'm excited. And I'm going to have less college and work responsibilities in the future. So I'll be able to do those things consistently. Okay, thank you for listening. I'll go now. Bye. I'll see you in the fall.